we're back with another prediction show once again. Match week 36 is just around the corner. The Premier League is already coming to an end. Everything is already getting well set. The only thing we don't know now is the top five race and how it's going to end. But every other thing is pretty much set in stone. But regardless, let's move on to the predictions and what we think will happen in the coming games over the weekend. First off, Victor, which sides do you think will claim, straight win picks, your best straight win picks for the weekend?
Yeah, so I'm looking at Brentford. They're playing away against Ipswich and they're priced at 1.65. I know it's a little bit shaky as always, but this is the odds for the away side to win. So I'm picking it also because all three of Brentford's attackers are bang in form. And
Yeah.
also, not exactly a straight win pick. I'm going for Asian handicap here, Southampton versus City. I know you saw this coming a mile away, I'm sure. And I've got City to win on a minus 1.5 Asian handicap. It's priced at 155, 160 thereabouts. I feel like it's great value. And it probably doesn't need much justification, but for the sake of it, Southampton, they've lost 8 of their last 10 games.
Yeah.
And 6 of those losses came by 2 or more goals. And this was against some weaker teams than City has been in the last month. My third tip is a stay away pick. Um, I'm going with Bournemouth versus Villa. I am not picking an outright for this. It's much too out there. I'm sure it will be an entertaining game, but there's genuinely no way I'm confident about any outcome here.
Yeah, fair enough. For me in the straight win picks, I also have the same one that you got. City as
Mm,
well on a handicap. City to beat Southampton on a handicap. I also have Nottingham Forest to beat Leicester City. I know they've struggled over the past few weeks, but I think they should be able to, get back to winning ways and beat Leicester City. And then also Brentford. I mean, I think Brentford are on the road against Ipswich, and I think that comes with slight value. So I think
yeah.
Brentford should be able to, yeah, beat Ipswich as well. And, moving on, Victor, your best over 2.5 or goal market tips.
Yeah, so I'm staying away from it for outrights, but I'm picking it for overs. Bournemouth versus Villa, over 2.5 at 1.61. Villa's last 10 fixtures, 9 of them had 3 or more goals. I'm counting on both teams to bring their shooting boots here. Liverpool v Arsenal, over 2.5 at 1.72. It seems overpriced to me. Liverpool have been shaky even before sealing the title, and especially against Chelsea, another Big Six team, they've looked really shaky. The title hangover is definitely real, and I think we'll see 3 goals here, despite Arsenal's morale being probably quite low right now.
Yeah,
And the third pick is Wolves versus Brighton, over 2.5 for 1.72 as well. This is based on the fact that Brighton's last few games have all been quite chaotic. And I expect this to continue here, especially because Wolves have some really informed players like Cunha and Daitnuri and Strand Larsen.
mm, fair enough. For me, my goal market tips, I'm going with Ipswich Brentford again for over 2.5. I'm equally going with Newcastle with Chelsea for over 2.5 goals because I think both of them will probably score and somebody will
Yeah.
outscore the other. And probably not popular choice, but I think Tottenham v Crystal Palace will do over 2.5 as well. Probably because both teams are so bad at the moment, terrible defenses, that I think they will have a go at each other. So those 3 games for me, I think would see at least 3 goals. And moving on, player to score tips, Victor.
Wolves Brighton again, going with Cunha for 240, which is quite high. Brighton have let in 11 goals in their last 5 games.
Yeah,
So, and some of those were from players much less talented and much less influential than Cunha.
yeah,
Um, Tottenham v Palace. Mateta for 210. I
Mm.
think he'll be asking a lot of questions of that Spurs defense, and they will not have an answer for everything. They will most likely. We're recording this before the second legs of the Europa League semis, so I think they'll be qualifying for the Europa League final. So this will be one of those throwaway games for Spurs. And third, I have Forest versus Leicester, and I'm looking at Chris Wood for 180. Ironically, even though this is the lowest odds out of my goal scorers picks, it's actually the one I'm least confident about, but I'm still quite certain that he'll be finding the net. Forest will need the win, and he's the focal point. So, yeah, I'm picking him.
Yeah, fair enough. For me, I'm going for Wood as well. I'm going for Wood to score, against Leicester City. I'm still backing Isak as well to score against Chelsea. I think he has a good chance, to get on the score sheet. And the fact that both sides are, you know, embroiled in the top five battle, I think they want to give it their best shot. So I think Isak still. Then I'm still going with Mbeumo, to score against Ipswich. Himself and Wisa, they're on a good, run of form at the moment. So I think Umbremo could get on the score sheet. And then Mamouche against Southampton. I think
Oh, yeah.
anybody can literally score against Southampton these days, given their form. So I think Mamouche should be in a good position to take advantage of City's
And
different. I mean,
predicting an
Southampton.
Ederson assist as well.
I'm not predicting that, but yeah, it could as well happen. It could as well happen. Yeah, and moving forward, best same game tips.
Yeah, I've got a two-line builder here. I'm going with two lines because the odds are quite long on both lines, so I
Yeah.
don't want to do three. It's for United versus West Ham. I've got Bowen to score or assist for 2.05, which I feel is quite high. And I'm looking at over 1.5 cards for Manchester United. This one's at 180. While Bowen to score or assist is a bit overpriced, this one is really overpriced. United have had two or more cards in all of their last 9 games. We can't talk about tonight just yet, but the 9 games before the second leg of the Europa League semi, they've all had two or more cards. The overall odds for this are about 3.69.
Yeah, fair enough. And just on a final note, any bold opportunity to take advantage of?
Yeah, mostly because I don't fully believe in it, but the odds are tempting. So I'm not saying anyone should, but you should at least think about it. Forest versus Leicester BTTS. It sounds weird, I know, especially because Leicester have been so poor in attack, and
Mhm.
you don't get all of a sudden great because you scored two in your last game. But at 1.95 for a BTTS, it makes sense to me. Forest have conceded in all of their last 6 games. So that's quite poor by their standards, how good their defense was a few months ago. So I'm picking it.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm just going with Brentford and Everton. Both of them are away from home, and I think both of them would score at least 2 goals. So
Oh,
Brentford over
wow.
1.5 goals alone, and Everton to score 2 goals against Fulham. They don't necessarily
Wow.
have to win, but yeah, I think both sides can score 2 goals
Yeah,
away from home.
especially the Fulham one is really ballsy. It's not even bold.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. But I pretty have a hunch that Everton would give them a big run for their money in that game. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Anyways, and that means this is the end of our video. These are our tips and our picks for the weekend. Match week 36 is just around the corner. And after this match week, we'll already have just 2 more games until the Premier League comes to an end. For some, it has ended weeks ago and even months ago. But yeah, we have to just continue until the official end. And of course, we at EPL News will be here to give you all the very best tips and picks right up until the last day of the Premier League.